Hello and welcome to Mangatory 96, and today we're going to talk about Overlord. Today's topic will be Nazarick's lead misinterpreter of Ainz's plans, as well as an artist in the field of sadism, which shouldn't come as a surprise considering that he is a demon and he is the real brains behind a lot of Nazarick's endeavors, despite him believing otherwise. I'm of course talking about Demiurge. But before we start, here's the spoiler warning, as I'll be spoiling a lot of things in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you're going to read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. For everyone else, let's start with who Demiurge is. Demiurge is the floor guardian of the 7th floor of the Great Tomb of Nazarick and the commander of the NPC's defenses. He is the creation of Ulber Alain Odell. In the New World, under the guise known as Jaldabot, a powerful demon emperor, he led his demon army to and started a battle in the royal capital of the Re-Estate Kingdom and also led the demi-human coalition in assault on the rebel Holy Kingdom. Since he is a demon, Demiurge is considered to be one of the cruelest members in Nazarick, taking great joy in the suffering of other races. Not just this, but he was also programmed to act that way in his character setting by Ulbert. For that reason, he enthusiastically performs magic experiments on the prisoners sent to him, viewing them as nothing less than toys for his own amusement. In other words, he passionately enjoys inciting hateful feelings and treacherous thoughts among the victims of his experiments to his own pleasure. In a way, Demiurge takes pleasure in seeing the chaos and pandemonium he incites with the hearts of his subjects. It came to a point where he had finally earned the hate by all of his subjects and different races, much to his delight. As the commander of the NPC's defenses, he has a high level of intelligence and strategic thinking. He would also act apologetic towards his master on the behalf of the incompetent floor guardians Baron Albedo for not being able to clearly understand a portion of Ainz's scheme but himself and the overseer. He is keenly analytic on whatever plans Ainz had in mind for him to do along with the other NPCs, quickly deducing why his master intentionally allows Cocytus to borrow forces of Loftar undead rather than the stronger ones. Demiurge works closely with the other servants of Nazarick and is loyal to the creators, thinking of them as important companions and considers their words saying as wisdom passed down to him to reflect on. However, due to the conflicted personality shared with the respective creators, he and Sabaton do not appear to get along with each other. Though Demiurge is a sadistic demon that thrives on the pain of the other creatures, he has a more artistic side to him. He is a skilled carpenter and artisan with hobbies of creating beautiful works of art. Such as artwork is done by using victims from his experiments as tools for his inspiration. He is ambitious about the future of Nazarick and will do everything he can, including his duties and experiments like the making of scrolls to strengthen their fighting force. He takes every word his master says literally, misinterpreting them to the best of his knowledge and ability. This can be heavily emphasized when Demiurge became the mouthpiece of Ainz to explain their master's supposed plan to his fellow Nazarick denizens. The only time Demiurge was ever known to lose his composure happens to be when his master Ainz's life is in danger. Nonetheless, he is considered unmeticulous of his plans by not recklessly relying on Nazarick's resources too much. He likes to hear his master Ainz's words directly, face to face for him, rather than through a message call. On the other hand, his kindness is genuine when directed only to his fellow denizens of Nazarick. He is considered to be a very gentle person around the friends in Nazarick he talked to. However, to everyone else who are not aligned to Nazarick, his fake kindness is falsely the cares he gives them, like his tools that he treated badly during his experiments. Demiurge would cheerfully talk about his fun hobby of torturing his opposition. If he were the one holding someone captive, Demiurge would surely toss the head of his hostage at anyone stupid enough to walk to their deaths. According to Sebas, he would abuse the hostage in front of the enemy in order to frighten them into submission. He felt the thought of immobilizing would be reassertion and then having them watch as he tortured their hostage is a moving sight for him to do. If it were Demiurge, he would even let the rescuers who came to mount a rescue escape with their hostage. He detailed that he would firstly let them rest at ease and believe they had escaped, and then he would turn the tables on them. This way, he can see his victims experience hope, before having them fall into despair when everything they do works against their favor. Demiurge was made and came into being by his creator Ulbert Allen Odell. He is one of the four guardians that was assigned to the Great Tomb of Nazarick. In the New World, Demiurge can be seen as a secret collaborator with very important individuals from different nations he holds connection to, conspiring alongside them to help further the interest of Nazarick. Behind the scene and war, Demiurge would also go as far as to set up secret meetings and work with his loyal conspirators within nations who could secretly serve to assist Nazarick's cause in the field of politics. Among the people he is entrusted with as his associates, some of which happen to be none other than the Golden Princess from the Re-Estate Kingdom and the current ruler of the Robly Holy Kingdom. Particularly, he has even calculatedly and deviously goes as far as to manipulate nobles like Marquis Raven that hailed from the Re-Estate Kingdom to do his bidding through means of blackmailing him by holding his son hostage. Among one of such other methods, Demiurge was recently known to use happens to be a political assassination instigated on Prince Capone to the Holy Kingdom and replacing him with a puppet to take over the individual's role in the human nation. From the nations he infiltrated, he made sure to carefully cover his tracks so that the various operations started by him don't get exposed to the enemy. In the case of Operation Gehenna, which Demiurge had set up, he used the Re-Estate Kingdom as a basis for his grand scheme of things. To him, it is also that he can prep his next move, using the demonic disturbance he had caused in the Re-Estate Kingdom's royal capital as a proving ground for his inevitable course of actions in the Holy Kingdom. Demiurge made the inhabitants of the New World come to believe that he is the rising demon king, Jaldabot. His Jaldabot persona that represented the demon's existence came into question when two nations fought him under the unique forms as respectively. On the other hand, he was also known to take satisfaction in conducting many experiments. Among all the experiments he oversees doing, Demiurge focuses on testing out interbreeding and healing magic with the people he and the members of Nazarick had captured outside the tomb. He refers to his test subjects as Abelian sheep. He has his own farming ranch set up to prepare for skinning them alive in order to grind for materials like their skin to use in making low-tier magic scrolls. He had several rules arranged to regulate the interaction and hierarchy between the test subjects of different races to the extent that he forced them to cannibalize each other alive. Well, so he loved craftsmanship in general and had even made use of the bones of his victims to construct things like a chair. Demiurge enjoyed making objects like those. He was very interested in that field, covering items ranging from objects such as furniture. It was said that his techniques had surpassed those of a casual dabbler. Through every kind of work he does during duties, Demiurge expresses the bold desire to impress Ainz and earn his praises by displaying the achievements the demon had accomplished doing. At some point in the course of the Overlord series, after making himself known as Jaldabot in the New World, he conquered the Albion Hills and created a demi-human alliance stationed there. He silently led the coalition of demi-humans forces into an all-out war with the Robly Holy Kingdom, using his summoned evil Lord Wrath to be Jaldabot as a guise to hide his true identity. Working in the shadows, he is considered to be the mastermind who orchestrated the latest hostile conflicts to ensue between humans and demi-humans, manipulating the plunging both opposing sides to go to war with each other on the battlefield calculatively. The tragic events caused by Jaldabot in the Re-Estate Kingdom and the Holy Kingdom were all planned out by him, using such a fake persona to also secretly hide Nazarick's involvement and influence in those two nations. As for his relationship with Ainz, Demiurge thinks of him as an omniscient supreme being, believing that Ainz is able to foresee through everything ahead of time, even before he thinks of it. In a way, he concludes that everything Ainz has been doing until now must be a part of a larger goal in mind for the future. This is while thinking of Ainz as a wise ruler who always continues to plan one step ahead of him, then even he can't expect nor predict what may happen next. In Naive, it will sometimes cause him to be overwhelmed with admiration and respect towards Ainz, offering nothing but praise towards him for what he does independently. Demiurge also tends to seek out praise from Ainz himself. He tends to describe Ainz as someone who is a peerless and perfect master due to his own plans being overshadowed so easily that initially prepared by him. He also believes that there is a reason why no one else was worthy enough to have led the guild and other supreme beings but Ainz alone. He also cares for his safety as shown when he wants to stop him from fighting Shaltir of fear of his possible death. Demiurge felt that nothing can go wrong if he continues following his master's orders as planned. As for his relationship with his creator, Ulbert is Demiurge's creator and thus has imprinted much into him. As with the other NPCs, he greatly respects his creator as his god and found strength and happiness in his soul memory. Demiurge embodies Albert's obsession with evil, taking pride in the things he has created, like the floor area that is guarded by him. He also greatly values the item created by Ulbert, but is disposed to use them recurrently for the sake of a plan that can benefit his current master Ainz. Demiurge considers that the suit that he wears to be an important item from his creator. Even though Demiurge's domain is a ruined temple, he considers this temple to be embodiment of Ulbert's appreciation and love for him. Despite his loyalty to Ainz, it's shown that his true loyalty and allegiances remain with Ulbert. During the time when he is making stories too about Ainz in order to make the humans more loyal to him, Ainz feels that what Demiurge really wishes for is the return of his creator one day. As for his relationship with Albedo, while Albedo is the overseer of the Floor Guardians, Demiurge is in charge of the defenses of Nazarick. As their stations overlap each other, he often serves as Albedo's second in command. In more ways than one, he also acts as a mental compass to his superior, making sure she stays focused on the tasks the Guardians are assigned by their master. Despite her rank as overseer, Demiurge is not about using force to make her come to her senses when she has one of her romantic episodes with Ainz. She is also one of 2 people in Nazarick whose actions and thoughts he cannot read. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on Demiurge. And that will be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.